Kitchen Robot Showdown, Thermomix versus Posha in the Thanksgiving battle. The holiday season is approaching, and with it, the relentless demand for perfectly executed Thanksgiving sides. After weeks spent testing smart probes for smoking turkeys and assembling 7-course meal kits, the desire to outsource some cooking was strong. Enter the Thermomix TM7 and the Posha Kitchen Robot, two very different but equally ambitious robo-chefs promising to plan and prepare meals with minimal human intervention. The Thermomix, a German invention dating back to 1968, has evolved from a simple blender into a multifunctional appliance capable of steaming, baking, proofing, and even ordering groceries. Its latest iteration, the TM7, priced at $1,699, aims to replace nearly every appliance in your kitchen. The Posha, a newer Silicon Valley startup hailing from Bangalore, $1,750, focuses on truly autonomous one-pot cooking, provided ingredients are prepped and loaded into its bins. Both devices quickly sold out upon release, suggesting a genuine appetite for kitchen automation. To determine which robot reigns supreme, both the Posha and Thermomix were put to the test with a classic Thanksgiving spread: candied yams, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, Brussels sprouts, and a wildcard dish, walnut squash with roasted vegetables and arugula pesto. The goal was to assess not just the final results, but also the overall cooking experience. Thermomix. The veteran performer, the Thermomix has nearly 6 decades of refinement behind it. While it hasn't achieved full autonomy, it excels at tasks like pesto and mashed potatoes with remarkable speed and efficiency. The TM7 is a powerful blender that can also cook, steam, and bake. However, it often requires human intervention, chopping ingredients, weighing them in the bowl, and even transferring dishes to the oven. The Thermomix's strength lies in its versatility and the depth of its recipe library. One standout dish was the walnut squash, a complex side that, despite the laborious prep work, came together beautifully, earning praise from a professional chef. However, cleaning the multiple parts can be tedious, and some recipes still rely on traditional oven baking. Posha. The autonomous upstart Posha's tagline, "See dinner cook itself," is surprisingly accurate. This device automates much of the cooking process, from stirring to adding ingredients at the right moment. After prepping and chopping ingredients into bins, the robot takes over, monitoring moisture and browning via an overhead camera. While cooking times can be longer, the Posha favors patience. The hands-off approach is a major draw. The device also sends periodic photos of the cooking process to your phone, adding a touch of amusement. Though still limited to around 1,000 recipes, the Posha team actively responds to user requests, expanding its repertoire based on demand. However, like any new technology, it's prone to occasional glitches: ingredient bins failing to register, or the robot arm temporarily malfunctioning. The results: a recipe-by-recipe breakdown. Candied yams. The Posha excelled at slow skillet cooking, achieving a rich brown sweetness. The Thermomix required an additional oven bake, resulting in a less desirable texture. Brussels sprouts. The Thermomix delivered moist, flavorful sprouts, while the Posha needed extra time to finish. Mac and cheese. The Posha triumphed, producing creamy, well-textured noodles with minimal effort. The Thermomix's one-pot method resulted in a gloppy, poorly mixed disaster. Mashed potatoes. The Posha mercilessly overcooked the potatoes, resulting in a gluey puree. The Thermomix produced a superior texture. Wildcard, walnut squash. The Thermomix shone once again, leveraging its versatility to create a restaurant-quality side. The Posha struggled with the complex prep and cooking times. The verdict: which robot wins? Based on overall cooking results, the Thermomix emerges as the more reliable performer, thanks to its decades of refinement and extensive recipe library. However, the Posha offers a more autonomous experience and is easier to use. The final scores over 5 recipes reflect this balance. Device taste: 10 equals best. Difficulty: 10 equals hardest. Cook time: Posha 6.62 35 min, Thermomix 7.8 4.8 40 min. Ultimately, the choice depends on your priorities. If you value precision and a vast recipe selection, the Thermomix is the clear winner. If you prefer hands-off automation and are willing to tolerate occasional glitches, the Posha is a promising, albeit still developing, contender. Both devices represent a future where kitchen chores are increasingly delegated to robots. But for now, the Thermomix remains the more polished and dependable option.